What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tyler with Tarver Academy, your favorite YouTube channel that you're learning on right now. And so today we're going to learn about something that would help you on your test for Regents or ACT or whatever it is you're taking. This would help. So I want you to work this problem with me. But before you do, hit that red subscribe button because, how are you going to learn more later if you don't? So here we go. Okay, so let's read the problem together. It says, on the set of axes below, that's talking about your x and your y axis, graph the line whose equation is 2y equals negative 3x minus 2. Okay, so what we want to do here is we've got a couple options on how we want to solve this. And I'll give you my thoughts on it, but really it kind of depends on what you're most comfortable with, okay? So let's start it out. So there's a couple ways to do it. You could start and you want to show your work on, no matter what you do, you want to show your work. So you could do it this way. You could just put in, like an X, Y, and then just start plugging stuff in for X and then figuring out your Y. But before you do that, I would obviously take this equation and I would put it into probably slope-intercept form. I think that's actually going to be your easiest route because you could pick some X. I'm going to pick -2, -1, 0. You could do all that and then just plug them in and find your Y's, but they're not all 0. That's circling it. But I would rather you do slope intercept form. And if you can remember that, I think it's going to help you a lot more. So all we got to do is we got to get the Y by itself. So we've got to get rid of that 2. Well, it's 2 being multiplied times Y here. So we're going to need to divide everything by 2 to get rid of it, okay? And so that's going to give us our new equation, which those will cancel out. So we've got Y equals, and it's going to be -3 over 2, because that's a -3 over 2, x, and then 2 divided by 2 is 1, so -1. So this is our new equation, okay? And it's in slope-intercept form, which makes everything else easier on us, okay? So if we're working this, we can go ahead and plug in our x-intercept, because it's slope-intercept form. We know that's y equals mx plus b, where b is our y-intercept, and m is our slope, okay? So let's plug in our b, which would be -1. That's our intercept. So that means that this is going to go through -1 on the y-axis, okay? The y-axis is the vertical one. They've even got it labeled for us, see that? So we want to make that right there. That's a point on this line. We know that because that's where it intercepts the y-intercept, okay? So from that point, from the point I just made, that red one, I can now use my slope right here. I can use what's in front of that x, that m. I can use that from there and plot more points on this line, okay? So when we do that, it's -3 over 2, okay? That's my slope. So I can attach either the negative up there to the 3, or I can attach to the 2. So I'm going to go -3 over 2. So remember, it's, oh goodness gracious, I lost it. There we go. Okay. So it's -3 over 2. So the top is to rise over run. So remember that, rise over run. Because think of it this way. If you are going to get out of your chair and run off because the test is too hard, you have to rise first out of your chair, then you run. So rise over run. So that means that the -3 is our rise. So if we're going to rise -3, we're going to go down 3. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3. I'm not done yet. Don't put a point there. Then my run is +2. So I'm going to go over 2. 1, 2. And that's where I can put a new point. Okay? I can do that again. Down 3. 1, 2, 3. Over 2. 1, 2. Boom. That's another coordinate. Now, if I wanted to for my slope, because remember it was -3 over 2, I could have put the negative with the 2. That means that I would have rose 3 and run -2. So from my original coordinate, my original y-intercept, I could have rose 3 and gone backwards 2. Guess what? Still going to be on the same line, okay? Because that's how math works. And so then I'm going to draw my line through these. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. There we go. And they might even want you to plot out a couple coordinates on here. So I could say this is at 0, -1. I could have put this one, that's 2, -4. Because at this point, you can just count on your coordinate plane where they are. This one's -2, 2. So you can do more if you want, but that's going to give you those, okay? Now there's one more part to this question that we don't want to not answer. It says the linear equation contains the point 2k. K, they're like, what is it? K is just a variable here. So they want to know at what point, what is K whenever this line crosses through this right here? Well, they gave us the easiest part of that. We know our X is 2, so that means we're gonna go over 2, and then we just need to look and see where our line goes through 2, if we go over 2. So see this right here? Oh my goodness, we've already plotted this little guy. Look at that little chicken nugget. There it is. So the value of K, which is the Y part, is -4. Okay? And that's it. We did it. Now, if they want to see work on this right here, we could plug 2 in for X into this original like slope intercept formula if you wanted to. But remember, show your work. They like that. They like to see your work. They like to know that you're doing this right. So there you go. Thank you guys for tuning in. You've watched enough of this. We need you to subscribe. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this YouTube play button. Look at that. That's a good looking YouTube button. Subscribe to the Tarver Academy if you want more math help, if you want to grow in your learning, you want to do quote of the day stuff. We got some fun activities, things you can do to get better every day at tarveracademy.com, or just subscribe to this YouTube channel. That's also super cool. Thank you guys. Yep.